If you're over 40 with gray hair and still dressing like you did at 30, you're making a mistake that's costing you respect, opportunities, outcome, and confidence every single day. People are deciding whether you're successful, worth listening to, or completely irrelevant in the first 10 seconds they see you. Have you ever panicked seeing more gray in the mirror? Are you still wearing the same bright colors from your 30s? Here's what most guys don't realize. Gray hair is actually your secret weapon, but only if you stop fighting it and start leveraging it. I've worked with hundreds of men over 40, and the guys who get this right tell me people treat them differently. More respect at work, more confidence in social situations. Even their wives notice the change. Today I'm showing you the 3 mistakes that sabotage most men with gray hair, plus the 4 principles that'll transform how people see you. The third mistake might shock you, and principle number 2 is the difference between looking expensive and looking cheap. Let's jump in. Mistake number 1, fighting your gray instead of working with it. The first mistake is treating gray hair like it's something broken that needs fixing. This shows up in 3 ways that instantly age you. First is the panic dye job. You see more gray and think, I need to look younger. So you dye everything jet black. But here's what actually happens. That artificial color screams midlife crisis to everyone who sees you. Go darker brown or embrace the salt and pepper, but never jet black. Second, you're treating gray hair like regular hair. Gray hair is drier, coarser, and picks up yellow tones that make you look tired. Switch to a purple shampoo or one made specifically for gray hair. Your drugstore shampoo is working against you. Third, you're choosing the wrong cut to hide the gray. Either too long and scraggly or buzzed too short. Keep it sharp and medium length. Not too long, not buzzed. Now, before I tell you the second mistake, let me ask you this. Have you ever wondered why some guys with gray hair look distinguished, while others just look old? The crazy part is most men don't even realize they're making this mistake every single day. It comes down to this next mistake. Mistake number 2, wearing colors that kill your advantage. This mistake is costing you credibility every time you walk into a room. You're wearing the same colors that worked in your 30s, completely ignoring that gray hair changes your entire color game. Here's your quick checklist. Avoid neon, lime green, and royal blue. Skip the beige overload and khaki everything. Instead, go with navy, charcoal, olive, and burgundy. These deeper colors make your gray hair look intentional and distinguished. Here's what's happening when you get this wrong. People see the mismatch between your mature gray hair and your juvenile color choices, and they immediately think, this guy doesn't have his act together. But here's something that might surprise you. The third mistake has nothing to do with your clothes at all. In fact, this one mistake will sabotage every outfit you wear, no matter how expensive your clothes are. Mistake number 3, dressing your fears instead of your strengths. This is the killer mistake, and it's entirely psychological. You're so worried about looking old that you're making choices that actually age you faster. This shows up 2 ways. First is the young dad syndrome. Graphic tees, distressed jeans, trendy sneakers. When you're 45 with gray hair wearing clothes designed for 25-year-olds, you don't look younger. You look confused about who you are. The opposite is just as bad. The old man surrender. The baggy everything, shapeless fits, giving up because you think your best years are behind you. Here's the truth that changes everything. Gray hair is confidence, but your clothes are screaming insecurity. The real issue is fit. 2 rules. Fit at the shoulders, tailored, but not tight. If your clothes hide your body, they don't fit. If they fight your body, they don't fit. The sweet spot is clothes that follow your shape. Here's what successful men with gray hair understand. Your gray hair signals experience, wisdom, authority. When you dress to showcase these qualities, instead of hiding them, people treat you differently. Now here's how to get it right. Once you avoid these mistakes, you need the exact playbook that stylish men with gray hair follow to look sharper than guys half their age. These are the 4 principles that flip everything in your favor. These 4 principles will completely transform how people see you. I've seen guys apply these and tell me their colleagues started taking them more seriously. Their confidence shot up, and they felt like themselves again. Principle 1. Master the 60-30-10 color formula. This principle alone will solve 80% of your style problems. Every outfit should follow this formula, and it'll simplify your life dramatically. 60% is your foundation color: navy, charcoal, or cream. These make your gray hair look sophisticated instead of washed out. Navy is especially powerful because it creates just enough contrast to make your gray hair pop. 30% is your supporting color: forest green, burgundy, chocolate brown, or olive. These earth tones add richness without overwhelming your natural coloring. 10% is your accent, usually accessories: a burgundy pocket square, cognac leather shoes, a deep green tie. Perfect example: navy blazer, 60%, olive chinos, 30%, brown leather belt, and shoes, 10%. That's a complete outfit that makes your gray hair look sophisticated and intentional. This works because it creates harmony. Your gray hair becomes part of the story instead of something fighting against random bright colors. But color is just the foundation. There's one factor that instantly separates men who look cheap from men who look expensive, even when they're wearing the exact same outfit. That's Principle 2. Principle 2. Fabric quality changes everything. This next principle is the difference between looking expensive and looking cheap, even in the exact same outfit. Gray hair sets higher expectations for everything about your appearance. Cheap fabrics that you got away with at 25 now look exactly like what they are: cheap. Merino wool should become your best friend. It looks refined and has natural elegance that synthetic materials can't touch. A merino sweater in charcoal or navy instantly elevates any look. For shirts, quality cotton with weight and structure makes the difference. When you have gray hair, people notice these details. You're not just another guy. You're a man with presence. Rule of thumb: if it feels thin, shiny, or synthetic, skip it. Here's why this matters. When people see distinguished gray hair with cheap fabrics, there's a disconnect. Your hair says successful and experienced, but your clothes say, I don't invest in myself. Principle 3. Your fit standards just got higher. Here's the principle most guys get backwards. They think that as they get older, fit matters less. Actually, gray hair demands better fit than you've ever had. Your body has changed since your 20s. That's normal. But hiding in baggy clothes isn't the solution. Shoulders are non-negotiable. Your jacket or shirt should sit exactly at your natural shoulder line. This is the foundation everything else builds on. Through the body, you want tailored but comfortable. If you've gained weight around the middle, the solution isn't looser clothes. It's properly cut clothes that create a flattering silhouette. Pay attention to length. Jackets at mid-hip, shirts just below your belt, pants with a clean break at your shoes. Here's the insight. Gray hair sets higher expectations. At 25, sloppy fit gets overlooked. At 45 with gray hair, poor fit makes you look like you've given up. But even with perfect fit, if you ignore this final principle, you'll never look fully put together. This last step is what ties everything together. Principle 4. Strategic coordination and contrast. This final principle ties everything together so you look like a man who has his act completely together. Work with your specific gray level. Salt and pepper? Go medium contrast. Fully silver? Go high contrast and look striking. For accessories, silver and steel complement gray hair naturally. Most men over 40 look best in cooler metals that echo their hair color. Keep leather consistent. Brown belt with brown shoes, or black belt with black shoes. Don't mix them. The goal is outfits where every element supports every other element, with your gray hair as the distinguished centerpiece. Here's the bottom line. Your gray hair isn't a liability. It's your greatest style asset if you know how to use it. Those 3 mistakes: fighting the gray, wrong colors, dressing your fears. They all come from resistance and insecurity. The 4 principles flip that completely. They help you use gray hair as the foundation for looking sharp, confident, and distinguished. Here's your action plan. Tonight, take out one shirt from your closet that clashes with your gray hair and never wear it again. This week, apply that 60-30-10 formula to everything you put on. Remember, gray hair is earned. It represents experience, wisdom, maturity, qualities no young guy can fake. When you dress to showcase these advantages, you don't just look good for your age, you look better than men half your age who are still figuring it out. Drop a comment. Which of these mistakes hits closest to home? Are you ready to stop fighting the gray and start owning the silver fox look? If this saved you from making at least one costly mistake, hit subscribe. I've got more coming for men who want to own their 40s and beyond. And remember, the best dressed man in the room isn't always the youngest. Sometimes, he's the one who figured out that gray hair isn't about getting older. It's about getting better. Thanks for watching.